once again on the second day of the Rupa Asia retreat with the blessing of Three Jewel, our Root Guru, His Holiness Gyalwang Dokhampa, myself and my colleague Dokhampa Rinpoche. We'd like to welcome all of you again and appreciate the effort, the sacrifices and hard work of everyone from Kuala Lumpur Sangha, as well as all the Sanghas coming from different parts of the world to come here. And we sincerely wish that this retreat here, whether you're attending for 1 day, 2 day, or the entire 7 day, will be of great blessing and beneficial to all of you. And today we are talking about Amitabha Buddha Pure Land and how we can be reborn there in our next life. And thinking about next life, many of us, we spend our whole life preparing for this life. We prepare, we go to school, colleges, get career, and then we also learn how to navigate the relationships in our life. We also learn how to make money, how to keep money, how to manage money, grow your wealth, company, look after your family. And all of these are very important for sure. As we mentioned yesterday, you have to look after yourself too and your present needs. It's very important. There's no doubt about it. That's why we did yesterday Tara blessing and blessing for all good health, long life, success. It's very important for sure. However, it is also inevitable that when the time of death comes, when the next life comes, all of these, our successes, our capabilities, our authority, our fame, money, all the our knowledge of navigating this life and its intricacy suddenly becomes useless. It's like you have a 10 kilo of gold and you are very happy, but when you are swimming, suddenly in the ocean, suddenly the 10 kilos of gold is actually become burden to you, not something that is beneficial. And if you are not a Buddhist, if you are atheist, if you believe that after death there's nothing, then that's okay, that's fine, that's what you believe. And hopefully that is true for you too, because if your whole life you believe nothing and suddenly you find yourself caught up in the cycle of rebirth and you're unprepared for it, it may be a difficult time. However, as a Buddhist, we understand that until there's enlightenment, our consciousness continues to create cause condition, and every cause has an effect in this life and next life. That whatever we do creates continuation of the cyclic existence. So we have to continue unless you get enlightened in this life, we have to continue the cyclic existence. So that is why we have to prepare ourselves to understand it. And many people, they don't like to think about it because it feels like because it's kind of scary, because there is you are prepared for everything. You are prepared for your career ups and downs, your family, but many of us don't have much knowledge about how to prepare ourselves for the next life. And in that preparation, I think that the Amitabha, teaching of Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, understanding it is, I think, of a source of great comfort and confidence facing our next life. Will be if you're unprepared for it, it will probably be very difficult, because suddenly, everything we have worked hard to achieve, the family that we have worked hard to maintain, or your kingdom, or your country, your company, and suddenly it becomes meaningless. I once saw a movie in the, I think, World War II movie. Somebody, he was trying to look for a gold, and he found the gold, but in the process he was shot. So at the moment he died, his finger let go of the gold bar, and suddenly, when you are dead, the gold bar seemed so valueless, like it was nothing. There was no difference between a stone, dead body, gold. It's suddenly, there's the valueless, because value is very much due to our, our mind, when we are alive, basically. So anyway, now as a Buddhist, how do we prepare? Buddha Amitabha is one of the ways is Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. So Buddha Shakyamuni taught that there are many different worlds exist. So some world exists because of people's karma, but the Pure Land exists because of the Buddha's aspiration. So when every Buddha, when they are about to become a Buddha, they make an aspiration that when I become enlightened, because of my accumulation of merit, may I able to create a world, and in this world, may have this kind of quality. For example, Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, once you are born there, you live for eons and eons, very long life. It's not immortality, but you live for in this world, when 1,000 Buddha comes and gone also, you will still be alive in the Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. He himself also is a Buddha of limitless life also. That's why Amitabha Buddha is also Amitayu. So if you pray to Amitabha, you also are blessed with a long life. So, long life, and when you are born there, you do not, you are born from the lotus, you do not get old. Whatever you aspire, suddenly it comes, as whatever you wish for appears. So, and then most importantly, for a Buddhist to be born to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land is because once you reach there are not many distractive and destructive environment. Environment is very conducive to Dhamma practice. So we receive teaching from Amitabha Buddha, Guru Padma Sambhava, where you don't have to worry about your employment, your next meal, or so many things. You are fully concentrated on Dhamma, and then you are able to progress your path to spirituality. So Amitabha Buddha Pure Land is not a goal in itself, but a conducive environment where we continue our path to the enlightenment. The reason why Buddha Shakyamuni recommended for us to make an aspiration to be born in Amitabha Buddha Pure Land is because Buddha Amitabha made a wish that in my Pure Land, even ordinary people like us, even ordinary people, may they be able to born in this, in my world. So it's like a country where I guess maybe for Vietnamese to come to Malaysia, ASEAN, so visa is easy, maybe no need visa. So something like that, Amitabha Buddha especially made a wish that it will be easy for people to be born into Amitabha Pure Land as long as they fulfill, 4 conditions and avoid 6 things. So what are the 4 conditions? The first one is to have the strong conviction and the faith that Amitabha Buddha Pure Land is in the western direction, and in that Buddha Amitabha is still alive, still there, and Buddhas can read every sentient being's mind and thought. That is their capacity. Million beings thought in one instant Buddha have ability to read their mind. Buddha Amitabha is looking at me, and my aspiration and my prayer is being perceived by Buddha Amitabha. And as soon as I die, I want to be born there. And then, after every day, maybe especially in the night before sleeping, if you can do a long Amitabha Buddha prayer, like maybe the long Amitabha Buddha, very good. If you can't do, you can just do the short while fully thinking of Amitabha Buddha and his pure Westland. If you can't do that also, you are either very busy or lazy, whichever, then you can just do Om, if you know the Sanskrit, you can say Om Ami Devarshi, Om Ami Devarshi, 1 mala. If you can't do that also, you can say, Om Namo Azi Dafat or Namo Ami Tofu. If you can't do that also, just say Amitabha, 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 at least, right? just checking our mobile phone, we spend like, how many hours, right? Just Om Ambi Devashi, I don't think it will take very long, right? And in a way, it's very important because this life, maybe half is gone, and I don't know how long, but next life is yet to come, and it is, it is a very, very long future we are thinking about. So that is why the first thing is having the, the conviction and the belief in Amitabha Buddha, his pure land, and every day doing a, certain amount of prayer, the mantra recite, whatever, that is the first condition, and that's important. Because when you die, you don't have a body, so your mind will go where it truly desires to go. If you're only thinking of, your money or alcohol, then, probably when we die, our mind will go to the bar or go, if you're thinking of the gold and value, people who are very attached to their wealth, sometimes reborn as a snake or a dog, then that kind of protect that house or the wealth. Many of the very loyal dogs are the rebirth of the previous owner. Previous owner, he died and they become the guard dog, because of attachment, right? But if your attachment is, now I have, now this life is, your attachment is to Amitabha Buddha pure land, his quality, then consciousness will go there. It is a Sutrayana way of practicing the Poa. You are practicing your mind, you are not saying Hik and all of that's Vajrayana, but Mahayana way of thinking of Amitabha Buddha pure land, going there every night is like a practicing the Poa, from the Sutrayana point of view. So first one is this, remembering Amitabha Buddha pure land, and Amitabha Buddha, and every day doing Om Ami Devashi, just 100 times, if at the minimum, is the number one. Then number two is that in order for anything to happen, there has to be a cause condition. You cannot just, plant nothing and flower will not come out. There has to be seed. So seed is doing maybe, maybe you are doing a prostration, maybe you are doing that mantra recitation, also accumulation of merit. And time to time, maybe, you do some good deed, life release. Time to time, if I have done any negative karma, harmed other being, I confess to Buddha Bodhisattva. So accumulating merit in general, whatever, you are building Amitabha Buddha statue, you are helping a temple, you are feeding a dog, you are helping an animal, whatever merit you do, and merit and purification you do is number two. And then the number three is that when you make a aspiration to be born Amitabha Buddha pure, it should not be like only I want to be reborn. Especially people I don't like, may they not be reborn. Not like that, but may all the sentient beings, when we die, may we be able to let go of our useless attachment that no longer serves the purpose. May we all be born into Amitabha Buddha pure, having that bodhicitta heart is the number three. And then the number four is make an aspiration. Not just doing for example, you renovate one temple, you give food to a dog or animal, and you say, by this good merit I have accumulated, may myself and every sentient being born Amitabha Buddha pure land. This dedication. So first is again Amitabha Buddha pure land and believe in Amitabha Buddha and doing the chanting. Second is accumulating merit and purification. And third is the bodhicitta, praying for all the sentient beings. And fourth one is the aspiration. So if you have these four qualities, Amitabha Buddha promised that you will be born in my pure land and you will see me. Actually, Buddha Amitabha, we have to be, in the sutra it is said that not only if you fulfill these four conditions, you will be born Amitabha Buddha pure land, but actually even if you doubt the words of Buddha Amitabha, there is a negative karma. So for people who fulfill all the four conditions, but they think, oh, maybe I will not be born Amitabha Buddha pure land, I am not a very good person, or maybe, maybe it's not true. If you have this kind of a doubt, it is said that you will still be born Amitabha Buddha pure land, but for 500 years of Amitabha Buddha pure land, that is must be 5 million years, because their days and our days measurements are different. So for 500 years, the lotus that we are born will not open. You can listen to the teaching, but you will not see You will be delayed from, the flower opening will be delayed by 500 years if you have a doubt. So that much of, the kind of the assurance and confidence is given in the Amitabha Buddha Sutra teaching. However, there are 6 things if you should avoid if you want to be reborn in Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. 6 negative karma, which I don't think normally people will not do, especially the 5. One is killing your father. Then it will be very difficult to born Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. Killing your father, killing your mother, killing an arhat, which means enlightened monk, harming a Buddha, which is not possible now, since the actual Buddha is not there, physically harming a Buddha. And then the 5th one is creating division in the Sangha. Then the Sangha is very harmoniously, and then you go there and say, oh, this is talking bad about you, oh, he is talking bad about you. So, very harmonious Sangha, you make it into 2 groups, right? It is actually a very sad thing, because usually people go to the temple or center, to maybe only once or twice a week, maybe once a month. But in that also, instead of saying things very carefully, thinking before speaking, you say words which create more disharmony, break down the Sangha. So that is, I think, what we all have to be careful. The 5th one, the disharmony in the Sangha. And then the last one, number 6 one, is discriminating between the yana, saying that, oh, Vajrayana is the best, Mahayana is not very good. Or the Thailand, they follow Theravada, I don't respect, I only respect Vajrayana. Or I respect only Mahayana. If you do like this, you are discriminating the teaching of the Buddha. Buddha gave teaching according to the different beings, what they need. Everything doesn't, you have to give the shoe according to the size of the feet. You can't make one shoe and say everybody must fit into that shoe. It doesn't work. So Buddha gave different teaching which will benefit different types of people. And when you say Theravada is very bad, maybe someone is very suitable for Theravada way of discipline, thinking, and you create, you discourage them, you prevent them, you disrespect the entire, one yana of the Buddha teaching. So these 6, especially these are the 6 things we should avoid if you want to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. Other than that, that's it. It's not something, it's intentionally Amitabha Buddha, he out of his compassion made it, relatively easy for us to be born in Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. Buddha said that, especially in the Mahayana teachings and the Vajrayana, Buddha said that, yes, it is true that Buddha, he talked about hell, and the hell realm. In the hell realm, there's supposed to be iron, the kind of the filled with the iron land, iron houses, someone torturing. But Buddha also said that in all this hell realm, the suffering, the person torturer, the iron houses, who manufactured it, who made it? These are not real. These are all arising due to negative causal conditions makes us experience that. So what Buddha means is that, for example, in our present life, if you have a microscopic, and if you look at our hand with a microscope, I haven't done it, but I was told that in our hand also we will probably see so many different living organisms. So it's a totally different world. In the one saliva, we will probably see so many, different organisms, different cells, whatever, something very a total different world which our naked eyes cannot see. When we have the condition of the microscopic, we will see it. When we have when there are certain beings, certain people who are born with color blindness, so they cannot see different colors. We are able to see human beings, certain colors. Maybe there are some animals who can see more colors, smell like a dog can smell many things which we can't smell. So-called our even human realm's experience is not an ultimate reality, but it's a conditional reality. Human brain, human eye, the mentality makes us perceive so-called the human realm. When the different cause condition changes, then the different realm experiences. So that is why, if you want kind of a more kind of modern version of understanding the different realms in Pure Land, then Buddha said very clearly that so-called the 6th realm or Pure Land all arises due to cause and condition. Right? That is why we also talk about, everything is empty. Everything is empty because everything arises due to cause and condition. So we will give a short practice Amitabha Buddha. So if you are already doing other practices, you can add on to it. You can do it at the last. If you are someone who is not doing any other practice, you can just do Amitabha Buddha. If you are a very busy person, then you can just do Amitabha Buddha. That's, Amitabha Buddha is also source of Guru Padma Sambhava, Tara, Avalokiteswara, all arises from Amitabha Buddha. So that is why by praying to Amitabha Buddha, one is granted with a long life, health, wealth, all the blessings are also in, from Amitabha Buddha alone is all, practice is also enough. If you don't have to, rather than doing so many things without concentration, it's better to do 10 minutes of, concentrated practice. So we will do a refuge in Bodhicitta, Om Amit Devati 100 times, and then the short Amitabha Buddha. So for your, daily practice.
Và giống như là sau khi chúng ta nhận các bạn xong thì hàng ngày chúng ta nên là trì tụng hay là tu theo pháp môn của Đức Phật A Di Đà. Ví dụ là chúng ta có thể là